Hey y'all, I want to talk to you today about boundaries. This has been coming up in so many places in my life, in spiritual direction, in Bible studies, and even in my own personal life. And the importance of boundaries and how does that work in a spiritual sense? And I'm trying to be who God's made me to be. I'm trying to do what the church tells me I should do, what the Ten Commandments tell me I should do. How do I create boundaries but love and forgive? And the image that I give to people is that of a garden. And it comes from St. Teresa of Avila. She talks about the garden of our soul and how God can water it. And when the garden of our soul is really doing well, it's beautiful. It's filled with flowers and trees and plants that are really, really growing. But the image that I have is this boundary wall. And I think that comes from St. Teresa, but I haven't quite figured out where. But it's this boundary wall that's really important to keep. If we have this garden of our soul that we need to protect, that we need to grow, that we need to allow God to just fill with love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, all of those things, we can't let people come in and just trample all over it. We can't let wild animals come and root up the plants and create just piles of mud. And we can't do that ourselves. It's okay to have boundary walls. It's okay to put those bricks one on top of the other to make a strong protective wall around that beautiful garden. But the thing that we can do with those boundary walls is we can help people find the gate. And people who come in the gate are the people who will care for that garden, who will love that garden, and who will not destroy that garden. So we can forgive people and still keep them outside those boundary walls, because when they come in, they destroy the garden. The most beautiful and wonderful thing to do for a person is to help them to understand how to come into the gate. And you don't do that by allowing them to trample through the walls. We don't do that by taking down the walls ourselves. We don't do that for ourselves. We don't do that for anybody else. Those boundary walls are so important because they help us to find the gate and to care for this garden that God has given to us, that God is watering, that God is asking us to grow. And I offer you that in case you are struggling with somebody or something that you are trying to forgive, people who are taking advantage of you. You don't have to give everything. In fact, there are some things you shouldn't give to certain people, and that's okay. God bless.